everyone. This is Jen Polson here on Facebook Live, Wednesdays at 12:30 Central Standard Time. So whether you're watching this live or watching this as a recording, thanks for being here. I appreciate that. Yeah, just wait here for a second. See who's coming on. All right. Hey, Tiffany. How are you doing? It's good to have you. Thanks, you guys, for being here. So today, I'm excited to be here. I've got a lot of things on my mind, and I have to be honest, I'm feeling a little emotional today, and so I'm making no promises of dry eyes. So those of you who know me know I'm a bit of a crier. I can get emotional sometimes, and totally okay with that. So hey, you guys, thanks for being here. So as probably you know by now, our family's getting ready to move. We're going to move up to Nashville and start a new adventure there pretty soon. And we've got our house up for sale. And the last several weeks have been a huge process of decluttering, de-junking, and getting new paint on the walls. Hi, Emily. And it has been, it's been quite the process. And so we're getting down to the final, it probably sounds a little hollow in here because everything is off the walls. And hi, Jilly. Hi, Bobby. Hi, Karen. Everything's off the walls. The house has different paint colors in it. Usually behind me it's yellow, and now it's just a neutral beigey color. And so this house is transforming into something completely different than what I'm used to it being. And it's been freeing, and it's been a little sad too. Just starting a new phase in life, leaving behind the old and starting something new. There's always lots of emotions around that. And even though the new experience is going to be for your good, there's always a little bit of sadness and reservations about starting something new. And so today I had some cleaning ladies come and give me a bid for deep cleaning my house. And, in my mind, I feel like, oh my gosh, I've cleaned, I've dejunked, everything's off. I can't even tell you how many bags of garbage I've thrown away. It's been super healing and super, just freeing, actually, to just get rid of the things that I don't love anymore, and just let go of the things some things I'd been hanging on to for a long time. And so I had these cleaning ladies come in, and they start touching light fixtures and on top of the doors, and there's dust flowing, falling off, and I'm feeling so embarrassed inside because it was embarrassing. I don't know, to have somebody come in your house and see all of the detailed dirt, things that maybe you don't see from afar. Hi, Jennifer Meyer. But as I sat through that, and we walked around the house, and I'm seriously, they are touching everything, and I'm just putting my head down in shame, oh my gosh, I'm such a horrible housekeeper. And I was just experiencing that and just paying attention to the feelings. And I just thought about how much that relates to, what my team and I do as far as our work and our energy coaching. And, if we're talking about emotions, and if you look at the whole spectrum of, your childhood up until, what's going on in your life now, and what patterns are happening, where things are falling apart, where things are going well, What I've noticed in my own life is I've spent a lot of time, putting dirt under the rug or not paying attention to things that needed my attention, like above the doorways, right? And just kind of letting things go, so to speak, and ignoring things. And a lot of times we do this on an emotional level. Hi, Linda. And I've been working with some clients a theme has been coming up a lot lately with my clients, and that is like this theme of attachment, what we're attached to. And it was interesting how when the ladies, were like running their fingers and finding dust, I didn't want them to touch that. I just wanted that to like stay there. I didn't want anyone to notice it. And sometimes we do that about our own life experiences and our own emotions. And sometimes we go to people that we think are going to be supportive, or they should be supportive because of the title. And that title, Hola Candy, that title could be friend, that title could be spouse, that title could be sibling, parent, boss, church leader. And we have these expectations, and we get attached to these expectations of the people in our lives. And so when we go there to open up or to reveal, what's been hiding under the dust, and they don't react in the way that we want them to, then it can feel really, really disappointing and really heavy. And you can get into some head talk about, people don't support me. My voice isn't valuable, my opinion doesn't matter, my feelings don't matter. And we get into a lot of emotional pain when we go there. And what I've noticed that's really interesting is that people keep going back. It's almost like they keep going back into the fighting ring. I've used that analogy before. Like, why do you keep going back for more? Like, that this person isn't able, because of whatever their emotional situation isn't able to show up for you. But because you're so attached to who the label or the role that they have played or should be playing in your life, you keep going back and getting the same results over and over again. And sometimes that can just be so painful. And so I wanted to kind of relate that to what my team and I do, because sometimes I refer to us as the cleaning ladies. And I guess I just want you to know that even though we are good at finding the parts of you that have dust and that are not wanting to look at certain things, that you're in a really safe place with us. And that's one of the things that I value most about my job. And I think, over the years, I'm almost 50, you guys, and I feel like my experiences over the years have taught me so much about, gracias, Candy, so much about people, and I've heard probably almost every story, every scenario that's possible, the good, the bad, the ugly. Like, nothing surprises me anymore, and I don't have any judgments about it. And so when you guys are in a place of wanting to, get that dirt out underneath the rug, when you're tired of going back into the fighting ring, into situations that aren't supportive or don't feel good after being there, that with us you have a really safe place. And the work that we do is powerful. And last week I did my Facebook Live from Destin, Florida, or Santa Rosa, Florida, and it was like the most powerful experience. I keep telling people I think that might have been one of the best weeks of my life because of what we were able to uncover in a small group setting where everybody showed up, at first with reservations, not wanting people to see their dirt, right? Not wanting to look under the rug, not wanting other people to hear about what was under their rug. And what happened in that group was, everyone just showed up in their full hearts and fully wanting to just heal what had been haunting them, bugging them, holding them back. I mean, everyone showed up wanting to have the results of healing all of those things. And if you guys look at the pictures, you can see like a physical transformation. And we're going to be posting more pictures of our photo shoot at the end of the week. But you could see as everyone was releasing and willing to let go of the junk and just get that cleaned up on such a deep emotional level that their physical appearance brightened up. And they became bright and shiny. We all did. We all took on a new light. And even as I was doing the work with people, I felt my own countenance just change and brighten and become more connected to the divine. And anyway, so I wanted to just encourage you to look at what you're holding on to. What attachments do you have? Or do you have attachments to patterns that, maybe money patterns that are, like in constant lack, or constantly falling apart, or you're constantly losing what's coming in? Are you having attachment to patterns of, just being defensive in your relationships, or arguing, or feeling like you have to protect your heart? That's something that can really wear down on you, and you don't have to live your life like that, feeling like you have to defend things. You can learn like who you are, and you can understand how God feels about you, and get whatever you need to feel whole and to feel valued and loved. You can get that from Him first as you get those blocks out of the way. And then what happens is that people in your life can start showing up differently, or they fall away gracefully. And it doesn't have to be a fight. It doesn't have to be, your life doesn't have to be full of drama. And you'll become a more peaceful person inside, and then your life becomes more peaceful. And then, for those of you that, maybe you're working on your health, maybe you're working on a business, maybe you're having struggles in your marriage or with your children, all of those things will start as you look at yourself and really invest in healing you. Then everything else in your life will start to be peaceful and start to resolve itself on its own. You don't have to force things. A lot of times when we're attached to certain outcomes, then we're always like struggling with it, struggling to make it happen, fighting for it. And we just don't have to live our lives like that. We can live our lives peacefully and joyfully. And I may have said this to you before, but a really good friend of mine years ago told me, Jen, you can learn with joy, or you can learn with pain. Either way, you're going to learn. And it totally took me back. Like, how do I sign up for learning with joy? I like that idea. And then, my path took me, to this place that I am right now. And, I'm not saying my life is perfect or that every single moment in my life is joyful. What I'm saying is that the more I heal myself, like the more joyful life becomes, and the easier it is to get through those down times. They don't feel so big and they don't feel so heavy anymore. And so that's my message today. Like, really think about, what are you holding on to that it's time to get rid of? Like, what have you been hiding? What things have you been hiding under the rug? What's been nagging at your heart for a long time to look at and deal with? And I want to encourage you, like, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. And my team and I are here to help you with that. So that being said, I did want to tell you, I've been having a lot of people ask me if I ever go and speak to groups of people, and my answer is yes. And my amazing assistant has been working on some flyers, and if you have a group of people that either that you work with, or that maybe you know someone that is always looking for someone to come in and talk to them and give them some inspiration, let us know. Like, message me or message Christine at Christine@jenpolson.com, and she'll send you out our flyers about, like, I can come to your retreat, I can come to your place of business and do like a VIP day, and I've got some really cool, just topics that I talk about, and I actually do some energy work along with that if people are open to that. But when I finish talking, my goal is that everybody feels good. Everyone feels better than when they walked into the room. So that is one of the things that we are expanding in my business, and it's really fun and it's really exciting, and we're trying to just get the word out to as many people as possible that there's hope, there's love, there's abundance, and it's available to everybody, no matter what your past has been, what your circumstances have been, your past, your mistakes, your childhood circumstances don't define you. They don't. Like, what you're doing in your life right now, the choices that you're making right now, that's what defines you. And healing from your past will help you be able to show up better every single day. And that's what I want for you. I want you to feel so good in your life, in your relationships, in whatever you're doing, whatever your talents and gifts are. So I would just like to do like a really quick little energy boost for everyone. So as a thank you for being here, I just love, hi Maria, hi Donna, hi Haley, so many people, Kristen and Meredith, and thanks everyone for being here. So just go ahead, and if you have a second, you can close your eyes and just relax for a minute and just take a nice big breath and just think about, all the heaviness that you're carrying around with you right now. Just visualize what that looks like from the top of your head and just feel it melting away. Just allow it. Let go of being attached to whatever heaviness you're hanging on to. And that could show up as blame, resentment, anger. All of that stuff is just, it weighs us down. So just let that melt away. Take some more deep breaths. And then just visualize love and light just coming down from heaven, just going down into the top of your head and just filling up everywhere where that heaviness used to be. So take some nice big breaths and just let that love and light just fill up your whole body. Fill up every part of your brain and every part of, every organ in your body. Okay, and then let's take a breath and just clear any fear, worry, and doubt about letting go. Sometimes, we've carried around those feelings and those emotions for so long that they just feel a part of us, and we don't know what we would do without that anger or without that resentment. and we just need to let go of the attachment to that, the attachment of needing someone to be punished, the attachment of needing someone to know that we're angry, the attachment of, making a sale if you're a business owner, the attachment of expecting your spouse to meet your needs, so you can start meeting your own needs, loving yourself, and then the people around you can show up. And it's like you're giving them permission to love you because you love yourself first. So take a big breath on that. Let's just clear all of that attachment energy. Ooh, it's feeling pretty heavy, guys. So keep breathing. You just trust in the process of letting it go. Okay. The next thing I want to do is just clear any generational patterns of those expectations that were put on you, or that were that you've put on other people. And sometimes we judge. Ooh, there's a little noise going on, so I'm going to change here. Sometimes we make judgments about how people should show up and react, and we just want to release that. We want to free ourselves from those expectations. And then what happens is that then we have the courage to stand up and say to those that have expectations of us that we don't want to fulfill anymore. Like, I'm talking about negative expectations, not like being happy and positive and all of that stuff. I'm talking about maybe family dynamics where, people expect you not to speak your truth. People expect you to, really loud, expect you to just, do things the way that you always had done them before. And just, being really able to let go of that. Okay, so take another big breath. We're just releasing all of that expectation energy. And realize that as you free yourself from that, you're going to be free to stand in your own power. You're going to be free to speak the truth, free to see the good, free to deal with conflict with love instead of that fight or flight tendency that a lot of times happens when we're carrying around all that extra pain. We become just functioning out of fight or flight. Fight or flight. You guys get it. And so we don't need to live our lives like that. That's not good for our hearts, physically or emotionally. It's not good for our blood pressure. It's not good for our weight. It's not good for, so many things. So releasing, one of my favorite affirmations is I give the gift of letting my expectations of others go. And then I give that gift to myself too. So take a big breath on that. Let's clear that for everyone. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is just clear any of that old childhood pain that has been keeping you stuck in those old patterns, keeping you stuck in those old emotions. We're just going to release that. All it is energy. Our emotions are not something that we physically carry around with us. They have an energy to them, and some emotions feel heavy and some emotions feel really light. We want to get rid of the heavy ones. So take a nice big breath and just let that go. Thanks, Natalie. Okay. All right, so now what I want to do is just leave you with an affirmation. A few affirmations. I am worthy and deserving of unconditional love. And get that from God first. Really connect into that. And then love yourself unconditionally. And then others can show up and give you that unconditional love. I forgive myself. I am kind and gentle with myself and others. I am willing to wake up. I'm willing to see the truth about myself. And it's God's truth that I'm talking about, okay? I'm willing to speak positively about myself and others. I'm willing to see the good all around me. Take a nice big breath on that, you guys. All right. Excellent. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks for listening to my message. If you're not following us yet on my website, just go over to jenpolson.com. Just get on our email list. I'm on Instagram at Jen Polson. That's it. Pretty simple. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to message me. We just want to be here and help you and support you in wherever you want to take your life next. And I know you're going great places and big places, so I know you're ready, so good luck, and I would love to help you with anything that you need support with. All right, you guys have a great day. Love you.